You have to give the example 7. Write a pair of irrational number. Pair means 2. Write a pair of irrational number. Pair means 2 irrational numbers whose sum is irrational. I am writing in short, sum is irrational. Write a pair of irrational number whose sum is irrational. Whose sum is irrational. So you can take two numbers. Pair means 2. You can take A as root 3 plus 2 and B as root 2 minus 3. Root 2 minus 3. Root 2 minus 3. And morning we have done that root 3 plus root 2 is a irrational. Root 3 plus 2 is a irrational. Morning we have proved. So now we consider that root 3 plus 2 is a irrational. Root 2 minus 3 is a irrational. Now we want to find their sum. So we find what is A plus B. A plus B is root 3 plus 2 plus root 3 plus 2 plus root 2 minus 3. Simplify this. This is root 3 plus 2 plus root 2 minus 3. Root 2 minus 3. Correct? So now root 3 and root 2 I cannot add. So that we write as it is root 3 plus root 2. Then this 2 and minus 3 we can add. 2 minus 3 is minus 1. So finally A plus B, the sum of these two rational number is root 3 plus root 2 minus 1. And we know that root 3 and root 2, they are irrational number. So because of this entire number becomes irrational. So which is an irrational number. So this is the example where we are given two irrational number and their sum is again a irrational number. We are definite about rational. We are definite about rational that the sum of two rational must be a rational. But we are not definite about irrational. The sum of two irrational may be rational, may be irrational. So in this it is asked, give example of two rational number whose sum is irrational. Pair means 2. Then eighth one, write a pair of irrational number whose sum is rational. Eighth one, write a pair of irrational number. Let me write the question. Write a pair of irrational number. Pair means 2. Write a pair of irrational number whose sum is rational. Correct. So the sum of two irrational may be irrational, may be rational. So we are not definite about irrational. So you can consider A as, let A is equal to, you can take any rational number, A as 5 plus root 2. And we take B as 5 minus root 2. Both are different irrational number. Because of this root 2, it is a irrational number. Now what is A plus B? We find out. What is A plus B? 5 plus root 2 plus 5 minus root 2. Plus root 2 and minus root 2 get cancelled. Plus root 2 and minus root 2 get cancelled. So what is left? A plus B is equal to 5 plus 5, that is 10. And what is 10? Rational or irrational? Rational. Why it is rational? Why it is a rational? Yes. So 10 can be written as 10 upon 1. It can be written in the form of A by B. So which is a rational number. So sum of two irrational may be irrational, may be rational also. So we are not definite about the sum of irrational number, but we are definite about the sum of rational. The sum of two rational must be a rational. And see here, when the school will reopen, our first work will be to correct the notebook. So what I am writing on the board, that thing should be written in the notebook. And this is over. So what we are writing here on the board must be written in the notebook. Don't be lazy. That sir is providing the video so we can do it afterward. No. Simultaneously you write. Then ninth one. Then ninth one. Write a pair of irrational number whose difference is irrational. Now we want difference. Difference means minus sign. Difference as irrational. Difference as irrational. Difference means minus sign. So you can take a one rational number, you can take a as 3 plus root 5 and b as, yes, now you want irrational. You want irrational means you should not cancel this part, and b as root 3 minus 2. Let us take root 3 minus 2. The same seventh one you can give the same example. Now we will see what is a minus b. What is a minus b? A minus b is 3 plus root 5 minus root 3 minus root 3 minus 2. Open the bracket. That is 3 plus root 5. Minus root 3 minus minus plus. So 3 and root 3. You cannot simplify, no? Yes or no? Because they are not like 3 and root 3, they are different. Don't cancel it. You cannot cancel 3 and root 3 because they are unlike term. So this root 5 we write as it is, root 5 minus root 3. Then 3 plus 2 is 5. So a minus b is 5. A minus b is this number. And because of this root 5 and root 3, they are irrational number. So which is irrational number? Which is irrational? Again I am writing this, that root 5 minus root 3 is not equal to root 2. You cannot simplify. Root a minus root b, you cannot write root a minus b. Let us take 10th one. Let us solve 10th one. These are the example. You can write your own example, no problem, by changing the number. Write a pair of irrational whose difference is rational. Now you want difference as rational. Yes. Yes. You can cancel. Difference as rational. Difference as rational. Difference as rational number. Difference as rational number. So you can take a as, yes, you can take a as, take any two number. Yes, you can take any two number. So let a is equal to 2 plus root 7. You can take any number. And b is equal to root 7 minus 1. Root 7 minus 1. Now you find out what is a minus b. Because see, we want rational, that means root 7 I have to cancel. And it is a difference. Is it clear? So now we find what is a minus b. A minus b is 2 plus root 7 minus root 7 minus 1. Open the bracket, that will be 2 plus root 7 minus root 7 minus minus plus. Now which term get cancelled? Tell me. Yes? 1 minute. 1 minute. Which one? No, my dear, both the condition must be satisfied for irrational. Non-terminating and non-recurring. Non-terminating and non-recurring, both number, if both the conditions are satisfied, then only it is irrational. Yes, so if one of the condition is satisfied, other is not satisfied, then it is not a irrational. Is it clear? So now in this root 7 I can cancel. Then what is left? 2 plus 1, 3. So a minus b is 3. And what is 3? 3 is a rational, because 3 can be written as 3 upon 1. So which is a rational number? So for irrational number, it should be non-terminating and non-recurring. Yes, both the condition must be satisfied. Yes. Now next one, 11. Write a pair of irrational number whose product is irrational. Write a pair of irrational number whose product is irrational. Yes. 11th one. Write a pair of irrational number whose product is irrational. Whose product is irrational. So you can take any irrational number. Eleventh, write a pair of irrational number whose product means multiplication, product is irrational. Whose product is irrational. We want the product as irrational. So write a pair of irrational number whose product is irrational. Yes, which number you can take? So yes, very good. The simplest example, root 2 into root 3. You can take a as root 3 and b as root 2. Both are irrational number. Now we find here product a dot b. A dot b is root 3 into root 2, that is root 6. So a dot b is root 6, and clearly root 6 is a irrational number. Root 6 is a irrational number. Very good. Root 6 is a irrational number. Then write a pair of irrational number whose product is rational number. So whenever it is asked product of irrational, you think about the formula a plus b into a minus b. Whenever it is product of irrational, you think about the formula a plus b into a minus b. That calculation we have to do in that. So 12th is product is rational. Product is rational. Product is rational. Yes, so tell me what number you will take. A is equal to 2 plus root 3, irrational number. Now you want rational. Rational means we have to cancel root 3. So you can take b is equal to 2 minus root 3. Now we find the product a dot b. A dot b is 2 plus root 3 into 2 minus root 3. Which formula? Tell me. Which formula? A plus b into a minus b, that is a square minus b square. So this will be 2 square minus root 3 square. 2 square is 4, root 3 square is 3, 4 minus 3 is 1. So a dot b is 1. But my question is whether 1 is a rational number. Yes. Why? Because 1 can be written as 1 upon 1. So write down which is a rational number. Which is a rational number. So we are not definite about sum of two irrational number, difference of two irrational number, product of two irrational number. The sum of two irrational may be rational, may be irrational. Anything. That difference of two irrational may be rational, may be irrational. The product of two irrational may be rational, may be irrational, but we are definite about rational number. We are definite about rational number. The sum of two rational must be rational. The product of two rational must be rational. The difference of two rational must be a rational. But there is no definite about irrational number. So this concept you remember. Then 13, write in the ascending order. So before we start that 13, write down 13. Write in ascending order. Write in ascending order. Ascending order means, yes, ascending order means, yes, small to big, smaller to bigger, correct? Now before we start this problem, let us make one concept clear. See here. Square root of x. Square root of x. Camera is off. Okay, 1 minute. Now it is there. Okay. Square root of x means I can write x raised to half. Correct. Square root of x means x raised to half. Then second thing, x I can write square root of x square. Yes or no? X I can write square root of x square. Because when you will take outside, whenever it is square inside square root, when you will take, it will be x. Similarly, cube root of x. Cube root of x I can write x raised to 1 by 3. So similarly, I can write x as cube root of, yes, tell me. Whenever it is square root, we write inside x square. So I can write x as cube root of x cube. X I can write cube root of x cube. So this result you have to remember. X I can write cube root of x cube. Square root of x square. So this result you remember. Now first question is 3 root 5 and 4 root 3. First question, 3 root 5 and 4 root 3. 3 root 5 and 4 root 3. We want to write them in the ascending order. First, 3 root 5 and 4 root 3. Is it clear? Okay. Let us check. What you can write 3 root 5? See here. This 3, it is square root. So if I will take 3 inside, what it will be? Tell me. This 3, my dear, this is x. When I will take x inside square root, it will be x square. So this 3 I will take inside square root. This will be 3 square. Yes or no? Into 5 is already there. 5 is already there. So what is 3 square? 9. 9 into 5, that is root 45. This is root 45. So 3 root 5 is nothing but my root 45. Similarly, we find 4 root 3. 4 root 3. This 4 I will take inside square root. It will be 4 square into 3. 3 is already there in the square root. 4 square is 16. 16 into 3. So that is root 48. So 4 root 3 is nothing but root 48. So now we have seen both the number. 3 root 5 is 45. 4 root 3 is root 48. Now you can see two numbers, 45 and 48. You can see two numbers, 45 and 48. Which number is bigger? 48 is bigger, correct? So I will write 45 is less than 45 and 48. So I will write 45 is less than 48. Correct? So therefore square root of 45 is less than square root of 48. But what is square root of 45? 3 root 5. So 3 root 5 is less than 4 root 3. And this is smaller number, this is bigger number. So this is in ascending order. So is in ascending order. Is it clear? This is in ascending order. If it is descending order, then you will write down first this. First you will write down, if it is descending order, you will write 4 root 3 greater than 3 root 5. In this way you will write. The value should not change, my dear. You cannot write 4 root 3 is less than this. No. That value should not change. Only that inequality reverse. In descending order. Now second is 2 into cube root of 5. 2 into cube root of 5. This is cube root of 5 and 2 into cube root of 5 and 3 into cube root of 2. 3 into cube root of 2. As we have seen earlier, let us simplify 2 into cube root of 5. This is cube root of 5. So this I can write cube root of, yes. Now when it was 3 and it is square root, when I will take 3, yes, it is blurred. Wait, you give me 1 minute. 1 minute. Yes, now you can hear me. You can hear me. Yes. At least one of you give the reply. Can you hear me? And now can you hear me? Okay. Now this is cube root of 5. Earlier it was square root. So when I have taken 4 inside square root, it was 4 square. Now it is cube root. So when you will take 2 inside, what it will be? 2 cube. Are you getting? 2 cube into 5. When I will take 2 inside cube root, it will be 2 cube. So that is cube root of, what is 2 cube? 8. 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8. So that is 8 into 5. So 2 into 3 cube root 5 through 2 into 3, 2 into cube root of 5. 2 into cube root of 5, I have written cube root of 8 into 5, that is 40. 2 into cube root of 5 is nothing but cube root of 8 5s are 40. This is the answer. Let us find other. 3 into cube root of 2. Yes, that will be cube root of, whole cube root of. When I will take 3 inside, it will be 3 cube. 3 cube into 2. So that is cube root of, yes, give the answer. 27. into 2. So that is cube root of 54. Cube root of 54. This is 3 into cube root of 2. This value is cube root of 54. This value is cube root of 40. Now which is smaller? 40. So 40 is less than 54. So next step, cube root of 40 is less than cube root of 54. So which is cube root of 40? 2 into cube root of 5 is less than cube root of 54 is 3 into cube root of 2. So this is in the ascending order. Correct? This is in the, we have arranged the number in the ascending order. Now, third one. So whenever you are taking number inside square root, it will be square. Whenever you are taking number inside cube root, it will be cube. That's all, nothing else. And ascending order means smaller to bigger. Now third is 6 root 5, and 7 root 3 and 8 root 2. Yes, do it fast. So what you will write? 6 root 5? Yes, tell me. 6 root 5. You will take 6 inside square root. So what will be? 6 square. 6 square into 5. You take 7 inside square root. So that will be square root of 7 square into 3. You will take 8 inside square root. That will be 8 square into 2. So let us see. 6 square, 36 into 5. 7 square, 49 into 3. And 8 square is 64 into 2. So 36 into 5, 6 5s are 30, 180. And this is 49 into 3, 9 3s are 27, 147. And this is 128. Now among these, which is smaller number? 128. So we write 128 is less than 147. 147 is less than 180. Next step, I will take square root. So square root of 128 is less than square root of 147. 147 is less than square root of 180. But what is square root of 128? That is my number 8 root 2. So 8 root 2 is smaller than 147, 7 root 3. 7 root 3 is smaller than 7 root 3 is smaller than this. You can bifurcate. Is less than 8 root 2. So this is in the ascending order. This is in the ascending order. Here, this is in the ascending order. Now similarly, you have to arrange the number in descending order. Descending order I am giving homework. So question I am writing. Write in descending order, 14th. Write in descending order. Yes. 8 root 2, no my dear. 6 root. Yes. Yes, correct. Root 80 is nothing but 6 root 5, correct. Yes, 6 root 5. Very good, that means you are alert. Write in descending order. Write in descending order. So what was the logic in this? Whenever we take the number inside square root, it will be x square. Whenever we take the number inside cube root, it will be cube of that number. Write in the descending order first. 2 into 4th root of 6. 4th root of 6. And 3 into fourth root of 2. Yes, yes. So this will be square root of 2 raised to 4 into 6. You want me to solve? This will be fourth root of, this will be fourth root of 2 raised to 4 into 6. This will be fourth root of 3 raised to 4 into 2. Then later on you simplify. So that I am not solving. 7 root 3 and 7 root 3 and 3 root 7. This is square root. Yes. Yes. So there you will take 7 inside square root. It will be 7 square into 3. 3 you will take inside. That will be 3 square into 7. Now how much time is left in 130? Because I do not have a watch. 3. Okay, 3 minutes are sufficient to solve one problem. Now 15. Compare. 15th is compare. So these are homework. You have to solve this. Compare first 6th root of 15 and 4th root of 12. 6th root of 15 and 4th root of 12. This is different, so I will solve this. Yes, very good. That means you are following. Yes. Now how we compare? So 6 root 15, 6th root of 15, we write 15 raised to 1 by 6. 15 raised to 1 by 6. And 4th root of 12, we write 12 raised to 1 by 4. Correct? 12 raised to 1 by 4. This is 4th power, 4th root. Now, whether powers are same? Yes. Powers are same or different? Power is 1 by 6. Power is 1 by 6. Power is 1 by 4. So, our job will be to make power equal. To make power equal, I have to take LCM of denominator. Yes. So, I will take LCM of denominator. LCM of power denominator. LCM of power denominator, that is, I will have to take LCM of 6 and 4. So what is LCM of 6 and 4? That is 12. Correct? That means we have to make power equal. So 6 root of 15, I have written 15 raised to 1 by 6. Now to make power equal, we want denominator 12. So how we will make denominator 12? Multiply numerator and denominator of the power by 2. So 15 raised to 2 into 1 upon 2 into 6. That will be 15 raised to 2 upon 12. 2 upon 12. And this I can write 15 raised to, now see, now we use law of indices. A raised to m raised to n, I can write a raised to mn. The same can be written as a raised to n raised to m. Whenever it is power raised to power, you have to multiply the powers. And second thing, a raised to m by n, I can write a raised to m raised to 1 by n, because m into 1 by n will be m by n. So in this, what you will write 15 raised to 2 upon 12, I can write 15 raised to 2 raised to 1 by 12. What is 15 raised to 2? 225. 15 squared, 225 raised to 1 by 12. And this is the answer for 6th root 15. Sorry, 6th root of 15. 6th root of 15. 6th root of 15 is this much. Similarly, you find 4th root of 12. Similarly, you find 4th root of 12. Similarly, you will find 4th root of 12. 4th root of 12 is 12 raised to 1 by 4. 4th root of 12 is 12 raised to 1 by 4. Now to make denominator same, 12, what you will do? You will multiply by 3. 12 raised to 3 into 1 upon 3 into 4. I will stop after this. So that is 12 raised to 3 by 12. Correct? So this is 12 raised to 3 raised to 12. 12 raised to 3 raised to 1 by 12. Now 12 raised to 3 means multiply 12 3 times. 12 into 12 is 144. 144 into 12. 12 4s are 48. 48 plus 4, 52. And this is 17. 1728. 1728 raised to 1 by 12. So 4th root of 12. Now see, now the powers are equal. Powers are equal. 1 upon 12, 1 upon 12. So you compare number, which number is bigger? 225 or 1728? 1728 is bigger. So 225 is less than 1728. So 225 raised to 1 by 12. 1 by 12 is less than 1728 raised to 1 by 12. And this is my number, 6th root of 15. So 6th root of 15 is less than 4th root of 12. And in this way we compare. So whenever powers are not equal, you have to make equal powers by taking LCM of the denominator of the power. Whichever power you have to take LCM of the denominator and make equal power. That's all. So it is 1:30 or still time is there. Okay. Now we stop here. Bye. Take care. Yes. Now we stop here. Yes, bye. I will send the video in the group. You can. Yes. I will send the video. You can look at the video.